Happy Wednesday. Hope you are doing well today. Welcome to Cooped Up Live, should I say. Just a daily-ish broadcast where I talk about whatever the hell I want to while we are waiting on folks to join. Coopedup.com is my website. You can check that out at any time to see what I've been up to. I'm Cooped Up is my handle in all the social places. Would love a follow wherever you are, particularly if you're on the Instagrams. And wherever you watch or listen to this, it airs on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, as well as rebroadcast in audio format on all the major podcasting platforms. Click the bell, subscribe button, whatever it is called, so that you don't miss a second of what is going on. Hey, Eric, how you doing? My mother said she is not watching today. Womp womp. So you beat her to saying hi. Well, I'm going to tell you something. I'm kind of surly right now. I am a terrible, terrible, terrible napper. I've talked about this many times before. I do not understand naps. I do not understand people who enjoy naps. I do not understand the pleasure of a nap because to me, they have no benefit whatsoever. They make me feel worse. I'm grumpy. I am surly. Everyone hates me afterwards, and for good reason, because I'm a terrible person after I take a nap. So I picked up the kids from school today. I actually walked up there and walked back, and then made the mistake of sitting down in one of our kind of comfy chairs by the TV. And I just kind of fell asleep for maybe about 30 minutes, 25, 30 minutes or so, which, you read these things and they're like, take a disco nap, like just a little 20 to 30 minute snooze will like refresh you or whatever. And I'm not talking about like a 2-hour sleep or getting under the blankets. Like that's just going to sleep. That's not even taking a nap. But they talk about like just little disco naps. Like if you need to stay out a little later or whatever, like that is good for you. And it's not good for my relationships. That's for sure. No one likes me afterwards. Everyone's like, oh my God. Wake up. Todd has even gone so far. You know how, like, for those of you who have children, when you when your kid's starting to fall asleep in the back seat of the car and you start shaking their leg to keep them from falling asleep, that's kind of what Todd does to me sometimes. Monica is saying that's what's wrong. You should take longer naps. But everything I've read and seen says that 30 to 40 minutes, I think, or maybe 25 to 40 minutes is the optimal amount of time for a nap because you don't want to get so far into the nap where you are getting into like a lot of REM sleep. You don't want to get so far into it where you're going through a sleep cycle, or at worst, you want to just only do one sleep cycle. It's supposed to be just to kind of refresh you a little bit, right? And Eric is saying surly is a word that does not get used enough. It gets used plenty in my house if I have taken a nap. Hey, Sandy, how you doing today? But anyway, yeah. And I bet I fell asleep because I actually have been up. I've had a long day for me. I know some of you are going to laugh at this, but I was already up and showered and ready to go this morning at like 7 o'clock this morning. Normally I wake up at like 6:45. I was already up and ready to go on the day. Got the kids to school at 7:45-ish and then went straight to work because I have had a very busy week this week. And then we're out next week. So I'm trying to like preload a bunch of stuff. And then I spent the afternoon. Y'all are going to be jealous of me, what I did this afternoon. I spent the afternoon at the International Roofing Expo. That is true. One of my clients, a Canadian shingle brand, like roofing shingle brand, they are in town here in Dallas for the 2023 International Roofing Expo, which is down at the K. Bailey Hutchison Convention Center here downtown. And so I went down there to hang out with them for a little bit, see what they were up to, see how their media interviews that we set up went, all that kind of stuff. So me, yeah, I'm real hot today. And then after that, just had to come back and I'm just churning out a bunch of approvals because my team is trying to get as much stuff preloaded and approved. So even if we don't send it to the clients right now, we send it to next week to make it look like we were working on it next week. It's ready to go. So, and then I have so much to get done before we leave on this RV trip on Saturday. Like I did, I think 7 loads of laundry last night and just washed them, have not folded them. So I have to fold those tonight. And tomorrow evening, I can't. Tomorrow evening, we're going to a play called Silver Foxes by Uptown Players, which is, it's kind of it's like an old gay men's version of the Golden Girls is the best description I have heard about it. It is an actual like script or it was written to be a sitcom, but it was never picked up. And so they've turned it into a play, and it's the world premiere. It premiered last week. It's gotten great ratings, reviews, and all of that stuff. And we're going tomorrow night to see it. So I have to, tonight and Friday night are when we have to get everything done. And so I got so much laundry to finish. I got folding. And I'm the only one in my house who does it. Everybody else hates it. And I can't even, Todd can't get him to even touch laundry. And then also like last night, here's a pro tip. Whether you are an RVer or whether you like to stay in Airbnbs or VRBOs like we do, this sort of thing. If you are traveling to somewhere else and you are going to need like some groceries or whatever, and this is particularly true in the RV, it is a pain in the ass to load the RV with groceries. If you buy them like at home, take them in your house, store them in your house, and then you pull the RV up to the house, because we've stopped we've just leave straight from RV storage now. Unpack them, take them into the RV. So what I have started doing now is I just ordered this. Is the brilliance, the magic of technology. Thank COVID for this. Is I order it, like I have an order in at the Lake Jackson, Texas Walmart to pick up groceries between 2 and 3 p.m. You can pick them up later. You just can't pick them up earlier. So I selected around the time I think we're going to maybe get there. A grocery order, and you can continue to add to it. So I started the order, placed it, and then I can until like Friday. Actually, I think it's like Saturday morning. If it's like a 2:00 pickup, I think I have until like 8 a.m. on Saturday morning to keep adding stuff to it. So yeah, so I did that. Keep thinking of things. It gets expensive though, because when we RV, we have to we don't keep the refrigerator running all the time. It's just too hard and unpredictable. That's the thing, is we could leave the refrigerator running, but then we don't know if it turned off and then turned back on, or if we're going to get out there and it had turned itself off and everything and it had gone bad, mustard exploding, that sort of thing. So we have to restock it with all of the major things. I made a big old vat of chili the other night. We're having Frito pies one night. Monica, that's an update for you, by the way. I said chili, we're having Frito pies. Chili Frito pies. And so we try to do things where you don't need a lot of condiments for it, or if you have condiments, you can use them for other things like mayonnaise, mustard, ketchup, like those types of things. You can use them for, salad dressing. I just remembered I need to salad dressing, or order salad dressing. You can do, like for hamburgers, for sandwiches, that sort of thing. So Janet loves my plan to pick groceries up. Yes. And Sean is saying, random. If you got to meet Diana Ross, what would you do, or what would you say? Asking for a friend. I don't know. This reminds me of the episode of Designing Women where Charlene was going to meet the Queen of England, Queen Elizabeth. And she couldn't decide what to say, what to do, how to act, and all that stuff. And you go through the whole episode, and at the end of the episode, you find out that she says, "My heart is full." And Suzanne Sugarbaker's like, "Why did you say that?" That sort of thing. So that's what that reminds me of. I don't know. What would y'all say? Let's poll the audience. What would you say if you met Diana Ross? So are you as big of a bitch as they say you are? Like, supposedly she is a monster. Like, I saw a behind the scenes thing about, when she did Divas Live, VH1 used to do that Divas Live concert thing. And I shouldn't be bad talking women on International Day of Women, but we'll stop with this one. But supposedly she was being honored, and she made them she only sings into one specific type of sound system, and it's like an inferior, old school type of sound system that no one knows how to work anymore. So they did, and it's very problematic and prone to difficulties and failure. So they had all the difficulties and all the failures, but she wanted that. She wanted specific colors of microphone, that sort of thing. So anyway, the Vado chili, yes, that's what I made, and then I froze it. I always make when I make chili, when I make bolognese sauce, which by the way, if you do not put LeSueur peas in your bolognese sauce, you are missing out big time. I will always like double or triple the recipe and then freeze it. Put it in like the thing that sucks the air out, whatever food saver thing, and then lay it flat in the freezer so that it dries flat, and you get like a card catalog. A reference that children don't know these days, but you got like a card catalog of food that you can pull out when you just don't feel like cooking. So I do it with anything saucy. I do it with soups. I do it with spaghetti sauce, Indian, like a chicken korma or butter chicken. I do it with spaghetti sauce, like the bolognese sauce, or vodka sauce and meatballs, that sort of thing. So a little pro tip there. You're getting all the Martha Stewarting today. Children can fold laundry. Well, 13-year-olds, sort of. And it's one of those things where it's becoming more of a pain. I did order the folding boards, which I've actually started using myself for t-shirts. The boards that you lay out, not the kind like from the Gap that you fold it around it and you pull the board out. This, you lay it flat, you put the t-shirt on it, and then you flip it, and it does the folds, and then that way they're consistently the same. And you just have to do one additional fold. And that way it's consistently folded. It fits in the drawers perfectly. I stack all my stuff Marie Kondo style, where it's everything faces up, so nothing is stacked where it's hidden. Like you can see all your stuff in the drawer. But yeah, so let's see what else y'all got going on. Eric is saying the International Roofing Expo. That's about like me going to the Southwest Car Expo in a couple of weeks. Yes, it was exciting. What impresses me, though, I do love trade shows, particularly for the building materials industry, because they are so over the top. And I don't know about this. I've only really been to them for either technology or the building materials industry, and they're both equally large. But just these booths are humongous and big and overdone, and they're doing these demonstrations and all kinds of stuff like that. It is like it's like a Vegas casino with all the games that they have and celebrities. I didn't see any celebrities at the Roofing Expo today, but I did see a lot of other stuff. I was looking for the roofing company that made the shingles that we just put on our house, but I did not see them. So Sarah is saying I would break out into "You Can't Hurry Love, no, you just have to wait." You could do "I'm coming out, I want the world to know." And to which he would reply, "Everybody already knows, bitch. You came out a long time ago." She's performing, Diana Ross, she's performing at a charity gala on Oscars night. Is that this Sunday? And my husband's company is sponsoring a handful of seats, and we get to go. Eek, tux time. Yes, I don't even know if I fit in my tux, and for reasons other than, I've lost 35 pounds. And my clothes I'm just swimming in some of my clothes these days. I have found that some clothes that I own, like all those Mr. Turk pants I bought, I'm going to have them taken in because they still look good, but I have to pull back and like ruche them in the back. Another word that doesn't get used enough. Ruche them in the back so that they're kind of puckered back there, so they don't fit quite right. But if I'm wearing like an untucked shirt or whatever, it's fine. Supposedly, she and some stars go around after their performances and shake hands. Nice. And I think that did you say somewhere that, oh yeah, Howie Mandel is doing a shtick as well? He's not going to go around and shake hands. I have heard that Howie Mandel is like crazy germophobic, like does not shake hands, does not want to be around people at all. Like he was like COVID before COVID. So thank you, Janet, for the kudos on 35 pounds. It is, and I've managed to keep it off. I bounce within like a 3-pound range right now, and I'm not really behaving all that. I mean, I just had a fistful of goldfish crackers a minute ago. Which, is there anything better than fresh goldfish? Like, they are so fucking good. Actually, you know what's better than goldfish is Cheez-Its. I can't even buy Cheez-Its. Cheez-Its are one of those things where if I keep them in my house, they don't stay in my house. They stay in my belly. I love Cheez-Its so much. And I'm not even talking about, it doesn't even have to be any of the extra varieties or anything. Just the regular OG Cheez-Its are the best. So, oh, by the way, sorry that I missed yesterday. I was doing something and I just looked up and I'm like, fuck, it's 5:30. How did that happen? So then Mason and I went and played pickleball instead. So Sean is saying the extra toasty Cheez-Its. Carrie raves about those too. It is like, she says that it's like the slightly darker ones that you get in a normal box. It's like a whole box of just those, which are great, I'm sure. Yeah, and Janet's backing me up on that extra toasty. I also, if we're talking little crackers, this is not what I meant to talk about today, but here we go. Ritz Crackers has which Ritz Crackers are so good too, but they have a thin, like Ritz crisp thing, and they make them in different flavors, but I just like the regular original, just like salted one. They are so good all by themselves. They're also really good if you dip them in stuff. They're so delicate though, they don't hold up super well to like hummus, unless it's like like hummus that's already been kind of whipped, not real thick and stuff. So the burnt or tart, Sean is saying. Yes. How funny. How is pickleball going? It's going well. I learned last night that our RV resort has installed a pickleball court, so I'm very excited about that. I have a portable net that I ordered that was supposed to be delivered on Monday. We've since gotten an alert that it is lost and it is not arriving, and so I ordered another one that's coming on Friday. I was planning on taking it in the RV and just setting it up like in the at the RV park, like in the road or whatever. It's got wheels. But now that we know that they have one already, I don't need to do that. Mason and we live across the street from a tennis court. We've been going across the street and not officially playing pickleball. We kind of just dink the ball back and forth, and but we play for points, and we have our own little set of rules. But Mason is so good. Mason will get the ball going, and we just play one-on-one, which means you've got more space to cover. Which the thing I love about pickleball is that my arm's length is about the entire range of the area that I'm in charge of. So there's not a lot. It's more leaning, not so much running. But Mason is really good, and I'm not good at this at all yet. Mason is good at aiming the ball. So he will see that I've run this way, so he'll hit it the other way. And then he's very strategic and kind of vicious that way. By the way, Jackie, I was talking to the founder of Mammogram Poster Girls, the organization that's doing that Dink for Pink thing, and she mentioned that you had signed up. So can't wait to see you. And Jag, you have a net in your garage. Yes, the addiction is real. I bought the yellow tape to put down. I bought the markers that like tell you like how far it came with the tape measure. I am all in. I don't have like the professional grade paddle. I bought paddle for pretty, not for performance, because I'm not good enough yet for that to matter at all. You're doing laundry. Yes, me too. I got to do that as soon as I hang up. So anyway, we had an interesting thing happen yesterday, or actually maybe it was 2 days ago. So I don't know. Do y'all use Apple AirTag? So I got my new away suitcase it arrived finally the other day. Again, something that got lost in the mail and it came. I don't know what's going on with the mail lately, and this was at UPS, and then the other one was Amazon delivery. So I don't know, completely disconnected, but or not connected to each other rather. And so I was like, okay, I need to get one of our AirTags and put it in the Apple suitcase, because that's the new it thing, is to put an AirTag. If you don't know what that is, it's like an Apple device that tracks it, and it uses other Apple devices and other AirTags to tell you where it is. It's not pulling off of Wi-Fi. It's pulling off of other iOS devices, and it can see one or sense one like 300 feet. So Um, so I was going and I had gotten an alert that Mason's AirTag needed new batteries. And so I opened the app I was going to use the one that I had remaining because I had a 4-pack of them, the one I had remaining. And I was going to put it in my suitcase and you have to name it and all that kind of stuff. And I would notice that Mason's, which is in his wallet, and it was named Mason's wallet, was showing that it was in Las Colinas, Irving, Texas, which is where it was at the Las Colinas Convention Center, which is where Mason was on Saturday for the North Texas Teen Book Festival. I'm like, Mason, thinking that he had lost his wallet. And I'm like, where's your wallet? And he's like, it's in my room. I'm like, bring me your wallet. So he goes and gets his wallet. And somehow Mason managed to lose the AirTag that was in his wallet, but he maintained the wallet. I don't know if it fell out or what. So anyway, and they're like $25 each. I ended up ordering 2 more boxes of them. This is like $99 for a 4-pack. They're $30 individually, and they just look like little pucks. I don't know if y'all have seen these before, but and then I ended up buying for his wallet and for possibly my wallet and stuff, because now I'm like, what are all the things that we can put the AirTags in? I bought these so they're not just clunking around in the. I'm about to cut myself, y'all. You don't want to see injury live on camera. You're about to. There we go. So I also bought these. So this is a credit card kind of thing that you put the AirTag in. It's about the thickness of a credit card. You put the AirTag in that, and then it goes in your wallet, and then that way it doesn't fall out. That's I think the error I made is I just had it loose in kind of like the coin purse part of his wallet, and it probably just so this is the new solution. So I bought 4 of these, and I'm actually thinking I'm going to put them even in my away suitcase. I'm going to put one in here so that it kind of doesn't just clunk around. I think I can probably do something with it right there. And then I saw that you can get them for your dog's collars also. So these little things, and they come in different colors. I just got boring black. They slip on. You put the AirTag in there, and then it slips on the collar kind of like this so that it stays on. And then you can track where your dog went, which is important if you take your dogs traveling, especially. I don't think our dogs would run away, but you never know, or they might get kidnapped. But I would think, though, if a kidnapper was kidnapping your dog, they probably are looking at the collars, figuring out how to throw you off the scent. But these AirTags are really cute, and they just and you can also ping them. So, like, if you want to, so they're about the size of, let's see, so they're about the size of like a quarter, maybe a slightly larger than a quarter, and app. Am I not in the? They can. Somehow I fell out of the stream. Am I still there? Hopefully. The other cool thing is that when you track something, it shows you within like 1/10 of a foot exactly where it is. So like if I'm looking for, like, some people use them like on key rings and stuff. If you're looking for your keys, you can say it and it's like, go to the left, go forward 5 feet, go to the right, whatever. And if you're holding it up here and it's down here, it'll even tell you to like go down lower. It's so cool. I love it. So well worth it. You know, $30 is kind of an investment. So, or 25 if you buy a 4-pack. But to me, it's like peace of mind. And for me also, like, the reason I do it in my luggage, which a lot of people do it in their luggage, is especially if you fly and you check your bags, which I typically check my bags. I just don't like hauling my shit around. And you can tell if it made the plane or not, or you can tell if it's even left. So like if you're on the plane, you can check where it is and it'll tell you like it's within 10 feet or whatever. So you know it's on the plane. Or if you get to your destination and it doesn't come off the thing, or you don't know where it is in proximity to you, you can check it. If it says it's still in Dallas, you're in trouble. But anyway, I'm a big fan of the AirTags. And now I'm trying to think of all the ways to use them. Hey, Jody, I haven't seen or heard from you in forever. Hope you're doing well. And yes, on the dog collar. I just think that is so. Jackie's saying I put them on a watch band and I put it on Bella when she goes to a theme park with another family member or something. That is so smart. Now that the kids have phones, I've been using the Find Me app, which is our Find Friends app, which Todd and I have already been on that forever. Not for like tracking purposes, just to kind of get a read on where they are, like if he's on his way home from, if I send him to Home Depot or he goes to Home Depot and I need something, I can look at the app and see if he's still at Home Depot. And if he is, I can ask him for something. And if he's not, I can send it to him. Although my husband is horrible at checking text messages. I have to go so far as if I send him a text message during the day, I then have to send him an email saying, look at your text messages. And then he'll look at them. He sees the email, but he does not see his text messages. He blames it that his notifications are messed up or whatever. But yeah. And Jackie, on that watch band thing, before the kids had iPhones, they had Apple Watches, and they could track them too, but they don't wear those anymore for some reason. So Jeremy just leaves his phone at home. I know. How do people do that? I don't take my phone with me when I go on walks. I have my Apple Watch on, which is cellular enhanced, so I can do everything from that. But and you need Life 360 when the kids start drive tracks, how fast they drive. That's how Kayla and I track each other. Ha ha ha. Yes, we've looked kind of into that already. Until they're driving, I think it's fine with what we have. But yeah, the one thing I do like about Life 360 I looked into, it tells you it doesn't just tell you where they are. It tells you like the last 20 places they've been. So, and for me, it's not about control. It's about just awareness, right? Like I'm not going to be like stalking them looking. We have so many friends who are like, you let Todd know where you are at all times. I'm like, one, I'm not up to anything. My life is really, really boring. If I did it, I'm going to brag about it probably. And also, I know he's not stalking me. Todd is like one of the least jealous people you will ever meet, as am I. I don't get jealous very often. So, but I saw something. Debbie is saying my husband needs something like that for his glasses. They might be a little big for glasses, but certainly they're coming out with something like that. You know what my solution for looking for my readers is? I just own like 40 pairs of readers, and I have a pair of readers in the bathroom, in the kitchen drawer, in the kitchen cabinet where we keep like the cough medicine and stuff. I have a pair in my bag. I have a pair on my desk. I have a pair on this desk, which I don't see right now, actually. I keep a spare pair, and I have both nice ones and really cheap ones. I keep the really cheap ones in like a piece of luggage, that sort of thing. And I keep my nice ones, like my nice ones are normally on my desk, which again, where are my fucking readers? And I know no one stole them because I'm the only one in the house that wears readers. And oh, I know where they're on my bedside table, which is normally where I also keep a pair, but I don't know where those are now. But I needed them for the blue light blocking the other day because I had a bad headache also. So after being stalked by an ex, I don't want anyone able to find me. Well, you have to give them permission. On the Find Friends is very specific on it. Oh, by the way, these have a safety aspect to them also. If you have one that is traveling with you and Apple senses that it is with you and it is not registered to your phone or to your account at all, it lets you know that there is an Apple AirTag device traveling with you. So it lets you know. Now, I don't know how it knows if it's not just on an airplane, like with everybody else's luggage or something. Maybe it has to do with proximity. But it does give you a heads up that you are being tracked. Because I think some people were afraid that they were putting them like magnets on cars and such to track where people were going. Again, if you track where I'm going, you're really, really, really bored. And that's all I have today. I really thought I was going to run out of topics, and I somehow never managed to. So, alrighty, let me look at the comments real quick. Make sure I didn't miss anything. You have your last ditch effort. Sean, did you decide what you're going to say to Miss Diana Ross? Inquiring minds want to know. Alrighty. Well, that's it. I think I caught everybody's comments here. So With that, I'm going to say bye. I got to get to folding laundry. Woo me. Pour a glass of wine while I'm doing that too. I have the best laundry room, by the way. I'm going to have to show y'all sometime. It's big. It's about the size of a single car garage. And we have the dog's pen in there, and they have like this cut. I personally built the pen. It's like a gate kind of thing. And there's old black and white frame photos of our old dogs in it. And then I have this big table, metal, I got it at Kitchen Supply. And then there's a barn door between me and the two sets of washers and dryers, which make things go like that. It's the best. And the only thing I don't have in there is a television. And I keep telling Todd that our gym, which is right next to it, the gym that we're not even members of, has 2 televisions in the gym. That is half of the TVs in our entire house. We only have 4 televisions in our whole house. And 2 of them are in the gym. One of them was already there, and one of them Todd won at a golf tournament, and we just didn't have a place to put it. So I use it for like the once or twice a year I do yoga or something. But I'm wanting him to just move one of them to the laundry room so that I can watch my shows while I'm folding clothes. Probably CBS Sunday Morning. That's what I like to watch the most, or RuPaul's Drag Race reruns. So, alrighty. Well, with that, I'm going to say bye. I love you. It's important to know you are loved. I love that you watched this. Thank you so much for allowing me to externally process on a daily basis and just talk about random shit. I'm glad you enjoy it because I very much enjoy it myself. Take care of yourself. No good comes from should, so don't should yourself to death. And I will most likely see you tomorrow. I have no reason why I wouldn't be here tomorrow unless I just forget. And Friday I will definitely be here because Friday, well, hopefully, Friday at 4 p.m. is when we find out about Mason's private school stuff. So, and then next week I am off. We are going to be down at the Gulf Coast in our RV for spring break. So, Janet, thank you. I am a treasure. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So I will see you later. Talk to you soon. Bye.